Hi, welcome to exam pad. In today's class, we are going to solve this equation. Here, if you see here, this equation is in root. So, in today's class, we are going to learn how to handle these types of equations. For that, first, I am going to write this equation as root 2h minus 1 is equal to, I am going to shift this root here. Therefore, 2 plus root h minus 4. Okay. The second step is I am going to take square on both sides. Okay. Now the root and square get cancelled. Here the root will not cancel because it's have a plus number. So this will be 2h minus 1 and this is in the format of a plus b. A plus b whole square formula is a square. Here a is 2 square plus b is minus 4. So a square plus b square plus 2ab. So 2 into a is 2 into b is root h minus 4. Okay. Now you are clear. This formula is a square plus b square plus 2ab. Here a is 2 and b is root h minus 4. Just apply in this formula, you will get this. Okay. Now I am going to write this as it is, and 2 square is 4. Here this root and square get cancelled. Therefore plus h minus 4 plus 2 into 2, 4 root h minus 4. Okay. So if you see here, this plus 4 and minus 4 get cancelled. Plus 4 and minus 4 get cancelled. So I am going to shift this h towards left. Therefore 2h minus 1 here. If I shift that here in plus, so if we shift here, the sign get changed as minus. So it is equal to 4 root h minus 4. Now 2h minus h minus 1 is equal to 4 root h minus 4. So now I want to remove this root. So in order to remove this root, again I am going to square on both sides. Okay. Now this is in the format of a minus b the whole square formula. The formula is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So just apply this formula here. Therefore here a square is h. Therefore h square. B is 1. So plus 1 square minus 2 into a is h and b is 1. So I have like this. Okay. Which is equal to here 4 square and into root of h minus 4 the whole square. Okay. Here this root and square get cancelled. Therefore this becomes h square. 1 square is 1 and 2h into 1 minus 2h, which is equal to 4 square is 16 into h minus 4. Okay. Now h square minus 2h plus 1 is equal to, so I am going to multiply inside that. Therefore 16h minus 16 into 4, I will get 64 for 64. So I am going to move these two terms towards left. Therefore h square minus 2h plus 1 minus 16h and plus 64 is equal to 0. Okay. Now h square, here we have 2h term. So I am going to write this together. Okay. Then plus 1 plus 64 is equal to 0. So if we see here, h square is only one term. So I am going to write this h square minus 2 minus 16 minus 18h plus 65 is equal to 0. Okay. So now see here. This is in the format of quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is in the format like this. Just compare and write a, b, c value. Here a value is nothing but 1. So a is equal to 1 and b is equal to nothing but minus 18. So b is equal to minus 18 and c is equal to 65. Okay. Now I'm going to take factorize for this equation. Let's consider equation number 1 here. So to take factorize, what's the first step? First step is I'm going to multiple a and c. So a into c is equal to 1 into 65, which is equal to 65. So second step is I'm going to take two value. If I add the two value, I'll get this b value, that minus 18. If I multiple the same value, I'll get 65. So for that, I'm going to take the 65 and I'm going to take LCM. So ends in 5. So it must be divisible by 5. So let's take 5. 1 5 is 5. Balance 1. So 5 3s are 15. So hereafter we can't get divided by anything. So 13 only factor for 13. So there is two numbers, 5 and 13. There is no any other number. So let's check. If I add these two, I'll get 18. But here minus 18. So in order to get minus, I'm going to put minus for these two numbers. Then I will get minus 18, right? So if I multiple also, I'll get the same value. So the two number is minus 5 and minus 13. And minus 5 and minus 13. Now the third step is I'm going to substitute these two value in equation number 1. So now the equation number 1 is what? H square minus 18h plus 65 is equal to 0. This is the equation number 1. Now I found the two values minus 5 and minus 13. Just I am going to substitute these two values in the place of minus 18h. Therefore this equation becomes h square minus 5h minus 13h plus 65 is equal to 0. So if you see these two terms, here the common term is h. So now I am going to take that h out. So if I take that, remaining is a h minus, here remaining is 5. Similarly, if you see these two terms, here the common term is 13, but here minus is there. So the upcoming number is also have minus. Therefore, I am going to take minus 13 out. Therefore, I will get h. Here minus into minus plus. If I take 1 minus, here remaining 1 minus is there. 65 can be written as 13 into 5. If I take 13, remaining is 5. So if you see here this term have common term as h minus 5. So in order to get that minus here, I am going to take that minus out. So I will take that. Okay. So if we see here, if you see the two terms, here the common term is h minus 5. So I am going to take that h minus 5 and remaining is this h. And here remaining is minus 13. So g is equal to 0. G is equal to 0. Now I am going to equate these two value with 0. Okay. Then I get value for h is 5 and here h is equal to 13. Now we found the value for h. So we had two values, that 5 and 13. Let's check whether these two values get satisfied. These two values get satisfied this equation or not. So I am going to write this equation here. Actual question. Let's verify. So the actual question is root 2h minus 1 minus h minus 4 is equal to 0. So now I am going to substitute h is equal to 5 in the question. For h is equal to 5. Therefore, this becomes root of 2 into 5 minus 1 minus, here h is 5. 5 minus 4 is equal to 2. Here 2 5s are 10 minus 1. So minus root of 5 minus 1, 1 is equal to 2. Here root 9 minus, here root 1 is equal to 2. Root 9 is nothing but 3. Root 1 is nothing but 1 is equal to 2. I will get 2 is equal to 2. So if h is equal to 5 is the correct answer, since it satisfies the equations. Similarly, I am going to check the above equation with the h value is equal to 13. Okay, now substitute this h value is equal to 13 in this equation. For that, root of 2 into 13 h minus 1, then minus of root h is 13 minus 4 is equal to 2. Okay, now 2 into 13 is nothing but 26 minus 1. So minus root of 13 minus 4, nothing but 9 is equal to 2. So 26 minus 1, root 25 minus root 9 is equal to 2. Root 25 is equal to 5 and root 9 is equal to 3, which is equal to 2. Therefore 2 equal to 2. Therefore h is equal to 13 is also satisfy the question. Therefore the value of h is 5 and 13. So by verifying this h value in the original question, we can able to check whether we found the answer is correct or not. Okay. So keep practice twice and thrice. Please remember each tips and tricks involved in this question. Have a nice day. Bye bye.